Hello everyone, welcome you back in my geography class. I hope all of you are doing well. Today we will know about the concept of human development and about the 4 pillars of human development from the chapter Human Development of class 12. As we hear the word human development, what does it mean? Human development means enlarging people's choices, increasing of freedom, opportunities, and at the same time improve the well-being of the people. So human development means enlarging people's choices, increasing of freedom, opportunities, and at the same time improve the well-being of the people. It is referred as the real freedom, where an ordinary man has the right to decide, to choose that how he wants to live his life, where he wants to live his life, and what he has to do with his life. That means he has the right, he has the freedom, he has the ability to choose. His options are not fixed. He has wider choices of options. That is referred as human development. So in this chapter, we will know about the concept of human development in relation to nation and community, because this two word nation and community is related to people. Without people, these two words do not have any meaning. So without people, these words are meaningless. So here we will know about the concept of human development in relation to nation and community. Now the first topic that we will know about is growth and development. Growth and development. Now both growth and development means change. Now what do you mean by growth? Suppose there are two persons A and B. The salary of A is 10,000 and the salary of B is 20,000. Now what happened? The salary of A has increased to 10,000. That means here we can see that he was earning 10,000. Now more 10,000 has been added to its income. So this is referred as growth. What is this? This is positive growth. Here we can see increase in income. Now for B, his salary is 20,000 and his salary reduced to 10,000. That means he used to earn 20,000 but now he is earning 10,000. So we can say there is decrease or there is a minus. Here it is a plus, here it is minus. So we can say that what is growth? Growth is a quantitative approach where we measure the growth in terms of number. There can be positive and negative growth. So there can be positive growth or there can be negative growth. For example, in a particular place, the population was 50,000 in 2011. In 2012, the population increased and it became 1 lakh. In 2013, the population became 70,000. So what are these called? These are all growth, but they are positive growth or negative growth. When there is increase in population, it is a positive growth. When there is decrease in population, it is a negative growth. So growth can be both positive and negative. How do we measure growth? We measure growth in terms of number. That means there can be increase in number or there can be decrease in number. For example, the population of a place, income of any person or height of any person is referred as growth. Now what do you mean by development? Development is a qualitative approach. Now when we want to have development, always we need to add. We cannot do any reduction or subtraction. Always there should be an increment, then only it will lead to development. That means we can say that when there will be development, when there will be positive growth. So when there will be positive growth, there will be development. For example, there is a subject which you don't want to learn or you don't like to learn because you cannot understand the concepts. But now we can see that there is a growth in learning of the subject. This growth means what? That means your learning graph is increasing. Now it is related to what? Related to development. With development of learning, there is growth in learning of that subject. How? Development of learning means to understand the subject. Now you are using more other methods. That means to understand the subject you are using other means, like you are giving more mock tests, you are preparing notes, you are watching more videos, and this is helping in the growth of knowledge in that subject. So this is referred as development. For example, there is a city A where the population was 1 lakh. Within a period, we will see that the city's population has grown up and it has become 2 lakh. So there is increase in population. But with this increase, there is no change in its basic facilities in the area, like sanitation, water, housing. They are all fixed. There is no change in this basic facility. So we cannot say that there is development. When there will be development, when with the increase of population, these basic facilities will also change. They will also develop. Then only we can call it as a development. So growth and development both referred as change. Growth is quantitative approach, development is qualitative approach. We measure growth in terms of number. It can be positive and it can be negative. But development is only possible when there is a positive growth, right? Now, it is very important to remember that for a long period, a country's level of development was measured on the basis of its economic growth. Country's level of development measured in terms of economic growth. That means more will be the economy of the country. That country will be considered more developed. So on the basis of economic growth, the country's level of development used to be measured. Even though this growth did not really mean much change in the life of the people. Like we say that our GDP is increasing. So as our GDP is increasing, our country is developing. But in real sense, if we will see that in our country we have unemployment which is increasing, there is increase in import than export, poverty, deficient budget. So what does it mean? That though our GDP is increasing, but these factors are not developing. So we cannot call ourselves a developed. So if we need to develop a country, what we need? We need the quality of life and freedom that people enjoys and opportunities available to them. So if we want to bring human development, the key aspects of human development are quality of life and freedom people enjoy, opportunities available to them. Now these ideas were clearly laid down in the late 80s and 90s by two persons. One is Dr. Mehboob ul Haq and Professor Amartya Sen. Dr. Mehboob ul Haq, he was the one who introduced the concept of human development. According to Dr. Mehboob ul Haq, human development means enlarging people's choices and improving their lives. According to him, people are central to all development. The choices should not be fixed. The choices should not be fixed. It should be changing over time. The basic goal of human development is to create conditions in which people can live meaningful lives. A meaningful life does not mean to only live for a longer period. A meaningful life means a life that should have a purpose. That means a person must be healthy. That means he or she should be able to develop their talent, should be able to participate in society, and will be free to achieve their goals. If we talk about the important aspects of human development, it means leading a long and healthy life, should have the access to knowledge, and should have a minimum means by which they can live a decent life, right? So if we summarize the aspects of human development, we will see there are three key aspects which are important to human development. What are they? The key areas of human development are access to resources, education, and health. And let me tell you why these are the key areas. Because very often we will see that people do not have the freedom or capability to make even basic choices. And what are the reasons? The reason being they are poverty stricken. They are under the poverty. They are socially discriminated. They don't have basic access to knowledge. They don't have the opportunity to even make minimum income by which they can have a decent life. So the best area are to work on health, education, and access to resources by which we can enlarge people's choices. For example, a poor boy cannot make the choice to become a doctor. Why? Because of his limited access to knowledge. Poor persons, they cannot decide that where they are supposed to go for medical treatment of diseases. Why? Because of limited access to resources. That means access to knowledge and access to resources, that means income. Here we can say that they are limiting their choices. So it is very important to build people's capability, and the best areas to work are education, health, access to resources by which we will be able to enlarge their choices. Now let us know about the 4 pillars of human development. Just like building, they are supported by the pillars. The human development also has 4 pillars. Actually, there are 6 pillars, but in this chapter, we will read about the 4 pillars of human development. They are equity, sustainability, productivity, empowerment, and other 2 are cooperation and security. In this chapter, we will read about the first four: equity, sustainability, productivity, empowerment. So in this chapter, we will read about four pillars of human development. And the first pillar that we are going to read about is equity. Now, what do you mean by equity? Equity means equal access to opportunities available to everyone, irrespective of their caste, creed, race, gender, or income. Now, suppose you have two groups, A and B, and you have been asked to find out that in which group there is large number of people who has left the school. That means we have been asked to find out that which group has the largest number of school dropouts. So what we have been asked to find? School dropouts. And we found that group A is the group which has the largest number of school dropouts. Now this result lead to find out the reason, that what is the reason for this less number of school dropouts. We will see that in India there are socially and economically disadvantaged group who has the largest share, the largest number of school dropouts. This means what? This shows that how their choices are limited by not having access to knowledge. That means as they do not have access to knowledge, their choices are getting limited. This is meant by equity. The next pillar is sustainability. Number 2, sustainability. The next pillar of human development. Now, what do you mean by sustainability? Sustainability means continuity. It means continuity in the opportunities to all generation. If we want to have sustainable human development, then it is very important to provide same opportunities to each generation. That means we need to use economical, financial and environmental resources in a very planned manner. We cannot misuse any resources so that the future generation do not have access to those resources. Now, we have read about sustainability in terms of environment, where we have read that we need to conserve the resources for the future generation. But now we will read sustainability in terms of human development. Let us understand sustainability in terms of human development with an example. For example, in India, there are many communities who do not give stress on sending girls to school. That means they do not give stress to send their girls to school. As a result, what will happen? As a result, when these girls will become young, they will lose many opportunities. And this will affect their life, their children, their house culture, their behavior, their own security, all will be affected. So it is very important to provide opportunities to each and every generation. Same opportunities needed to be provided to each and every generation to achieve sustainable human development. The next pillar is productivity. Productivity. What does productivity means? It means the amount of work put in by a human labor. That means it referred to the human labor productivity. We have learned in the earlier chapters that how people are the real wealth of any country. So, to increase their productivity, to make them more efficient, we need to work on the areas of the knowledge. That means they should have access to knowledge, and health. That means we need to provide them better access to education and health facilities, which will help in increasing efficiency. That means in turn it will increase their productivity. Now let us move ahead with the last pillar, that is empowerment. The fourth pillar of human development is empowerment. Now what do you mean by empowerment? Empowerment means the power to make choices. And always remember that the power to make choices comes with freedom and capabilities. If you want to make more people empowered in a society, it is very important to have a good governance. That means a good government that will work for the people and with the people, and people-oriented policies. The policies which will help in the betterment of the people. Then it will lead to more empowerment. And it is very important to make the socially and economically disadvantaged group more empowered. Then only it will lead to the overall development of a country. So in this video, what we have learned about the concept of human development and also about the 4 pillars of human development. Now what you will do, you will read your books and also you will follow the PDF that has been already provided in the description box, which will help in the better understanding of the chapter. If you have any problem or any suggestion, do comment in the comment box given below. If you like my video, do share it with your friends and don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get all the notification of my upcoming videos. Stay tuned, I will be back soon with a new topic and a new video on this chapter. Till then, take care and stay safe. Thank you.